combining Jamie and Tracy's two favorite things, talking to you and bacon. This is Sunday Brunch with Jamie West and Tracy Lynn on AM 900 CHML.
Thanks for being with us on Sunday Brunch on AM 900 CHML. Jamie and Tracy and Mungo Jerry together again. The old gang is here, and it's time now for the Just Ask Bob Show radio edition with Bobby Asadorian of Triple R Renovations and the Just Ask Bob Show on Cable 14. This guy is our evangelist in making sure that you're doing the right thing with your renovations on your homes, your home maintenance, and that you're not getting taken and you're not getting hosed. Bob Asadorian, welcome back to the program.
Hello, Jamie and Tracy, and hello, Hamilton.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Bobby, we're going to talk about one of your favorite topics here, which is door-to-door contractors. And all I have to do is say door-to-door contractors, throw it to you, and you take it.
Jamie, it makes my blood boil. Door-to-door and home reno do not mix. Read my lips, Hamilton. Do not mix. Jamie, as recently as I believe beginning of this week, Toronto City Council, I understand, they're looking at passing a motion or somehow trying to work a law into effect to ban all door-to-door sales. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I have. And I like the idea of banning all door-to-door sales, personally.
I love it, and I hope, honestly, I can hope our own City Council here follows suit
Absolutely.
as well.
It's about time.
I mean, they're always peddling something. I mean, typically what you hear a lot in the media is the hot water tanks. You know, sometimes they also want to sort of make their way into your home automatically. They assume you have to let them in. They want to take a water sample. They want to look at your chimney. They have the ladder already pitched. They're ready to climb the roof. The one fellow is the other one's knocking on the door. No, honestly, guys, this does not mix. Door-to-door and home rental do not mix.
You wonder how, Bobby, door-to-door sales of anything have been able to last this long, because I will not buy anything from somebody standing on my porch, ever. I feel invaded when a door-to-door salesman comes to my door. I had a young man who was very polite come to my door last week wanting to sell me window cleaning and eaves trough cleaning service. And, you know, I'm all for people doing business. I'm all for a free society and all of that stuff. But I just said to the guy, I said, I'll never buy from you. It doesn't matter what the price is or what you tell me about the service. I'll never buy from you.
And
because you're on my porch.
And they become very aggressive, which then I worry about the safety. Because, you know, if I'm home with my children and people are knocking on the door, you know, when do you open it up? When do you not open up your door? And then when they become aggressive,
safety
it's scary.
And intrusion. See, in today's society, you would think that you're protected, you're safe in your home. You know, this law, I really, really wanted to pass. In your home, you should not be bothered at all. And again, not to paint them all with the same brush, Jamie and Tracy, but they can be at times pushy. Some of them are very, very aggressive. And if we can jump right into it with the number one group that's vulnerable. Again, I've studied this and I've talked about this on television for over a decade now. The number one category for vulnerability in our society is seniors. Mm-hmm. And people will always say, Bob, why? Why seniors? Why do you always harp on that? Well, let's look at it from the criminal. You know, in some cases they are, or in some cases, fine. They're hard workers. They want to push their window cleaning or whatnot. Accessibility and availability is key with seniors. These people are retired. They're usually home. I mean, does that not make sense?
It does. And there's another factor in that, and that is that they're a more trusting generation because they were raised in a time when people didn't rip each other off, when you could leave your doors unlocked and you didn't need to lock your car and roll the windows up.
Exactly.
They looked out for one another.
Them wanting to take advantage of it. Jamie, as always, like a fine carpenter, you hit the nail on the head. See, seniors came from a day and age, you didn't even have to have a deadbolt on the front door. Who cared about putting it in writing, pages and pages of a contract? All it took was a handshake.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, how society has changed over the last while.
Yeah.
Things have changed. I spoke in Burlington on a television program about a case in Burlington where it was a male and female. You know, they under the pretense the car had broken down. It was a senior's home. They knocked at the door, and very simple, they wanted to use the phone. And that's exactly what they did. While the lady was using the phone, the husband was the male was rifling through the drawers, you know, looking for silver, looking for jewelry. So there's all types of cases, whether it's home rentals or whether it's, you know, under the pretense of using a phone. I tell all Hamilton homeowners, ask for a business card to be left in the mailbox. Do not, under any circumstance, be pressured into signing a contract or even agree to buy anything on the spot. Look up contractors online, ask your friends and family, references, word of mouth. This has to be nipped in the bud, literally. Just don't buy from them, and eventually, I mean, if enough people stay that way and the law passes, you're not going to have the issue.
Bob, are there any particular services that are more prevalent to be peddled door to door that we should be aware of?
We're jumping in the spring now. So, I mean, the number one thing, I hear it all the time, we happen to be in the neighborhood. Driveway pavers, resealers, chimneys, eaves drop guys, roofers. Those are usually, the top ones that come to mind. I'll always say, we happen to be in the neighborhood, we're working on somebody's home up the street, and it's the same thing, Jamie. It never changes. It's today's special. I mean, how corny, how cheesy does that sound? What contractor is going to be peddling today's special? You have to sign, you have to commit today because we're in the neighborhood. The price will go up as of tomorrow. And, of course, cash only. I've heard that forever.
Oh,
yeah.
You'll
Beware.
get a deal if...
Well, and one of the things, and I learned this from you, Bob, from watching your show on Cable 14 and from the times that we have spoken together here on the air, that you need to be concerned about things that often we don't even think of as homeowners, and that is things like insurance and liability. I mean, you want somebody going up on your roof who doesn't have insurance, you can be held liable for that.
Well, literally, and it's funny because they'll have the ladder pitched and ready. They'll knock at your door. They'll say they've noticed something odd-looking on the roof, or they notice a shingle curling, and they want to engage you in it. This can be a scam right from the get-go. You don't have the time. They've just knocked on your door. How on earth are you going to verify valid WSIB, Workplace Safety Insurance Board coverage, or commercial liability? Without those two coverages in place, Jamie, it's all on the homeowner.
And never let anyone in your house.
If a friend or a guest slipped on the front porch, they get hurt up there, they can be planning the sting to really take you for a ride. And if you don't pay up cash if they're hurt or if something's damaged, they can legally go through your homeowner's insurance. They can put a claim on you.
And under no circumstances, Bobby, would you advise letting somebody who's peddling anything door to door actually into your home?
No, not at all. And that's been in the media quite a bit. A lot of people talking about it, especially social media, that these people will tell you they're from the city or they're working in conjunction with the municipality. Never believe it. The city of Hamilton will never come to your home in such a manner unless there's a fire, unless there's water that needs to be shut off, something extreme. And they're going to have a tag. They're going to have City of Hamilton identification with them. So they'll also lie and tell you they're from the company that you rent your hot water tank from. Or they'll, all types of crazy situations. It's your home. Close the door. Do not let them in. Do not buy from them. That's every homeowner's right, regardless of what they're telling you.
My guess, too, Bob, and it would be that you probably would advise people to get a peephole put in their front door so they can look through it before they even consider unlocking their door and opening it.
Oh, wow. Now, that's a great story that goes with that one. I'll make it as brief as possible. Peepholes that you'll see at all the big box stores in Hamilton, my statement on them is it's a false sense of security. These peepholes are tiny, very, very tiny. I have a peephole that I introduced literally 7 years ago on Cable 14. The peephole is about 2.5 inches. You can see 30 feet across the street, and you can see down to your floor mat, and it's one way only. So everybody out there listening in, www.justaskbob.com. The show, you'll find it on our website on the YouTube channel. It's called Just Ask Bob on Home Security. Click videos. You'll have to scroll down a mile because it's about the first 4 that were loaded out of the 130 that are on there now. And I did the little program on Cable 14 where we clearly showed a forced entry on a steel entry door because the people opened the door slightly. They couldn't make out what they were seeing through the peephole. So if you're going to have one of those on your door, you've got to have the large one.
The right one.
That makes it secure, to clearly identify who is at your door.
All right. Bobby, how do people get a hold of you?
I am the easiest, most accessible contractor to get a hold of. www.justaskbob.com. Get a hold of me online or send me an email, or give us a shout directly, 289-649-0196. And a quick shout-out to our favorite electrician, John Tenbrink of JMT Electrical, the most honest and respected in the business. Call on him for all your home and commercial wiring needs. You can find him on our website.
JMT Electrical. Awesome. Bobby, as always, a great education, lots of energy. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
Well, thank you, Jamie Tracy, and thank you, Hamilton. Until next time.
You bet. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
And there's the Just Ask Bob Show radio edition with Bob Asadorian of Triple R Renovations, and we've got a lot more to get to on this edition of Sunday Brunch on AM 900 CHML.